what's up? It's your girl Camray, and you're watching Camray Music TV, and I'm back with another Insecure review. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe down below and like this video. Share this video with all your friends and comment down below on what you thought about this week's episode. And if you're not following me on Twitter and Instagram, girl, boy, why not? Follow me on both places, let me get my words together, at Camray Music TV, so you can stay in the know of what's going down. All right, so it's wash day. We washed this, we tied it up. It's a whole lot to deal with, so we just swooped it on up. But that's not why you're here. You are here to talk about Insecure, so let me get my notes together. First of all, congratulations to Issa and Prentice Penny and the cast and the directors and the producers and everybody on getting season 5. Okay, we are gonna get Insecure season 5. I just hope it's not another 2-year window, but we're super proud of the cast. Are y'all looking at this? Y'all see this? Okay, stop looking at it. All right, super proud of the cast. Got renewed for another season. All right, so we see Issa's chilling in her apartment. She's chilling in the apartments, and she is getting things together for this block party. Y'all know that we started the season off 4 months away from the block party. I missed the whole countdown, all right? And now it looks like we're about 2 months away. So she's securing things and, trying to get things handled. And there's a knock at her door. And it is all the tenants, Trina and her son, because they don't have no water. Now, Issa has neglected her whole gig of being a landlord, the tenant, the person, all right, the person. And I'm like, Issa, you can't mess this up, because this is how you're able to afford the place that you live, because you have to see to these tenants. I understand you're trying to pull off this block party. I understand it's groundbreaking and it's a part of your dream, but you still got to handle business, right? So we see that as one of the things that's going to go down this episode, her trying to get this water taken care of. But there's other things that are falling apart. All right, so Molly and Andrew, their whole deal this episode is that, we see that Molly is into work. They're securing this relationship. They're getting serious, actually being exclusive and calling it what it is. But Molly is also dating her job. We know that Molly is a hard worker. We know that Molly puts her all into her job. It was cool to see, this relationship that she has with the other black women at the firm, because remember, we thought that she had messed that up last season, but it was cool to see that. But we don't see boundaries that she set with her job and her relationship. We don't see her learning that if she wants a man and she wants things to be prosperous and work out, she cannot work. No, Rihanna, okay? And so we start to see that, when he comes over and she says it'll just be a couple hours of her on this computer, and a couple hours turns into about 1:45 in the morning. Now, Andrew is flexible enough, he's cool enough. Soon as he decides, okay, after this date night, I'm gonna meet up with my boys, because you have built this pattern of us hanging out, you going to do work. Like, you never really follow through. We never just fully hang out, just us. And so they haven't had a talk about it, but she's kind of built this precedent. That is what it is. And because Andrew's flexible and he understands, or he seems understanding, he just goes with the flow, right? So this is their storyline throughout this 30-minute episode. But we start to see Molly, trying to decide, like, do I have a problem with this? Should I speak up? Am I doing too much? Well, it's my job. Should I ease up on the job? Well, no, he's super understanding. But is he understanding, or is he just not trying to bring it up? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we move on to, Molly and Issa. Their friendship is slowly crumbling, and we're getting into why Issa said, she don't mess with Molly like that. They're fighting over this parking space at Tiffany and Derek's. They're both trying to parallel park. The social cues, the vocals are off. They can't tell what each other means. I mean, it's just fully off with her best friend, just fully off. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, bruh, to let it go on this long and not have a talk, like, I don't know if best friends really do this. I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to think because, you know, me and my best friend, we haven't been in the same city in a long time. But even when we haven't spoken to each other in a while and things kind of get funky, we'd be like, hold on, pump the brakes. We need to have a talk, you know? So just to see them kind of doing this, and they're always around each other. We see that they have skipped a couple self-care Sundays, and, you know, Molly's looking for her mat. So it's kind of like, dang, like, what is happening right here? This parking lot scene is symbolic, right, of this like rigmarole that they're going through in their friendship, and nobody's saying what it is, and they're thinking one thing and saying another, and it's just, you know, so that symbolism was real nice. We got to see that, right? So they are there because they are there to see the baby, and the baby's name is Simone. The room is decorated so nicely, and Tiffany is like, they're telling her that she's glowing, and she's saying, no, she's just oily and nasty and dirty. Derek and Lawrence are in the baby's room, and Derek is having that conversation that a lot of these men have when they realize they had a daughter. They're reflecting on all the dirt that they've done with women and thinking about their daughter is gonna one day have to go through that with another young man. And I'm just like, bruh, that karma, it comes back, don't it? It comes back, don't it? So, you know, they're just having that real conversation, and Issa doesn't realize that Lawrence is there just yet. Now, all this awkwardness between Issa and Molly is like cringeworthy because we're so used to seeing them like, you know, like Minnie and Mickey, like Batman and Robin, like, you know, like they be on. And so to see them off, I'm just like, bruh, how come nobody is calling this thing what it is and stopping and ceasing and being like, you know what? Let's get this back on track, because you know, Molly's digging at Issa and not catching on to the red table talk joke, and oh, you weren't here, but we decided to put it. Okay, girl, like come, like that was a lot. Kelly wanted to drink this breast milk. I don't know anyone who hasn't been curious about what breast milk tastes like, who's like around babies and stuff. So that was funny. I just, you know, I'm just like, I'm really shocked that they have not had a talk. So much to the point that Issa's asking Kelly if she heard anything about Molly, you know, with that whole situation. And Molly's asking Tiffany if she heard anything about Issa. And I'm like, y'all stepping outside of each other to find out what's going on with each other instead of just having a talk? Are y'all really just this busy? And then another thing is this. When we get into this situation between Issa and Molly, like when you really get into the meat of it, Molly she always has like relationship stuff going on, right? And she never like fully sees her faults in things, right? And then Issa's usually the one who's a mess, but she is like fully like transforming. She's deciding to have this block party. She's going for her dream. She's like fully transforming, right? Circling back and seeing Lawrence and stuff. And so Molly is trying to put Issa in this same space that she usually is, like a mess, always messing things up, blah, blah, blah. And then Issa's trying to keep Molly in this same space of, you know, not prospering in these relationships, being picky, you know, doing too much. And it's just like, bruh, like nobody sees each other for growth. Nobody's helping out with the new thing. They're missing out on the growth that their friends, that each other are having. And it's like, who's gonna stop it? Who's gonna notice before this all blows up in everyone's face? Okay, so we see Lawrence and Issa. They meet up like out in the courtyard because I don't know if Lawrence signals her to go talk to him outside. And you know, Condola has not been hitting Issa up. You know, Issa's assistant Sapphire, aka Issa, spoke to the flyer company, and they're asking about the finalization of the flyers. And we see that Issa's been texting Kendola ain't been texting her back. So I'm like, why is Issa always getting ghosted though? Like, bruh. So Kendola has not texted her back, and there's a lot of theories out there. There's a lot of theories on Black Twitter. There's a lot of theories with on insecurity. Like, is Kendola trying to sabotage the block party? That's what Fran said. I don't think that she's trying to sabotage, but I do feel like Lawrence said some things, and it's messy because Lawrence and Issa actually talk. So I'm like, something in here is not because technically Issa wasn't paying Kendola, so it wasn't really her job. She was doing a favor and she was working with her, but she doesn't seem like the type to just like not follow through, right? And so Issa's outside talking to Lawrence, and this is when she gets the call that schoolboy Q, can I get my words together, is no longer gonna be her headliner, right? So she is like, this is tragic news because you're putting on a big thing like a block party. You've never done it before. This is your hometown, so there's a lot of care and passion that goes into it. And it's like 2 months away, and Kendola's not answering. Like, things are starting to fall apart. And she already questioned, like, if she could even do it, right? So this is normal for dreamers. This is normal for creators because you're taking a chance on yourself and your dreams and your passions. And when things start to fall apart, you start to question, well, should I even be doing this? And so, Lawrence kind of sees her down. He looks like he was going to tell her something. But when he sees, after she gets this phone call, he neglects to tell her whatever he was going to tell her and says, like, they could talk about it another time or whatever. So I'm like, was he going to say that him and Kendola are no more? Was he gonna say that Kendola and him had this big blow up conversation and it was all centered around her? What was he gonna say? Because Lawrence, he don't be keeping it 100. He don't say all of everything. He gives you a little bit of morsels. He leaves you to question other things. He fills it in later, right? So I'm wondering where that conversation gonna go. All right, so by the end of the episode, Molly and Andrew have worked things out, but Molly and Issa still have not. Remember that Issa has contacted Molly, asking if she could do this favor because Andrew works for Live Nation and they're trying to get Mustard, right, as this new headliner. And by the end of the episode, Molly's like, no, I'm not doing it. Issa's confused because usually, like, you my girl, you come in and swoop in and save the day. Molly's like, well, I treasure this relationship and I'm not trying to sabotage it. So then it kind of translates like, well, do you not treasure our relationship? Because you ain't did nothing to help with this block party though. And when you think about it, she hasn't. So I'm kind of like, but as your friend, is she really supposed to do anything? Like, is she not your friend because she's not going to do you the favor? Does she owe you this favor? Like, isn't she really just supposed to be your friend? But then she really hasn't even been there as like a soundboard or like a voice of reason in all of this either. She was hating with Kendola but wasn't willing to help out with the situation. So it's just kind of like builds on builds on builds on builds. And then on top of that, she got brown water coming out the shower. I'm just like, Issa is getting it from everywhere this episode. Did I forget to mention that Nathan called? Nathan called and I was just like, this is foreshadowing, like he's going to pop up. I couldn't help but think Issa would have an artist if she was still talking to Daniel. It's just kind of like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Like, this is like real life. It really is. It really be this messy. It really be this clear and unclear at the same time. It really be like this. So that's why we love this show. And y'all know I'm from California, so I love the Cali vibes. I love seeing like the natural hair on the screen, the beautiful skin tones. Y'all know I'm a champion for Insecure anytime that I can. But y'all comment down below on what y'all thought about this week's episode. I really feel like it is, I don't know. I feel like Molly and Issa are gonna have a blow up, and it's gonna be in the most public way, in the most stabby way, because they have skipped over lots of chances to get it right and have a talk. And you know, for Molly, I keep wanting to say Yvonne, for Molly to put her relationship away and tuck it away in a safe place, but then have her and just be taking all these jabs at Issa, like in public, and like there's all these clear indications that they don't have it together, and they're just not taking a moment to just breathe it out. I just don't understand. I don't understand, but maybe y'all do. Comment down below. I'm Camray. This is Camray Music TV, and this has been another Insecure review. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know whenever I post a new video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.